Okay, that should all be good. Yeah, okay, that's working. Test, let's see. Oh, it would be lovely if I didn't get 30-second advert. Come on. Anyways, I'll go through the settings. Side 6 wants to check. I'll check 4 of them. Why am I checking for track select? Weekend structure. Yeah, that's good. Whether I think I'm pretty sure we have it on approximate, but okay. Rules. Rules are all good. Sim. Yes. Yeah, they're all good. And everything else is all good for the stream. And we can get going once someone who is several minutes late wants to join. We love late people, we really do. Didn't mean to invite friends there. Okay. How long does one person take to join? They haven't even joined yet. Come on. Yeah, I was right. Forecast accuracy is on approximate. Yeah. I just know my things, even though you can't? Why the hell not? Well, he's changing it. Hold on. Your Zytix, your settings filter is on standard. It needs to be on expert. Hopefully he's on stream. Oh no, he's done it anyways. Oh yeah, exactly. X4 over revision. Got an A-level exam on Friday, but doesn't matter. EXA is where it's all at. Alright. No, we're just waiting for... Still waiting on the person who is just not joining. Vroom vroom. That's what I'd love to be doing. Commentating over the what should be 17 drivers going vroom vroom around a very complex shape. Oh, he isn't here. Yeah, he's not even online. Yep, I'm ready. And we can finally get going, as the person we were waiting for is not showing up. So we wasted about 5 minutes. Great. We are back. We are back. Yeah, a guy for take ages to not even show up. It's classic, classic. Always happens. No, we were waiting for one person. There was an Aston Martin. The other Aston Martin driver waited, but didn't even show up. Oh, you've got computer science paper 2 tomorrow. Ooh. Yeah, I got my computer science A-level exams like 3 weeks from now. And our computer paper 2 isn't that bad. I think it was paper 2 last year, which was horrendous. But when I did my one, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, exams are fun, they're lovely. Rain in the race! Lovely! Yes! I kept not happy with that one. Alright, let's get everything ready. Oh, wet to dry. Oh, that's not bad. Wet to dry race for the 28 laps. Not bad at all. As we watch the Aston Martin just heating up his tyres a bit. Bit of a interesting method, not gonna lie. Just weave on the straight, not using a tad bit of brakes. Use the brakes to heat up the tyres. That way it says tyre temps. Don't know why he's doing it, but did he just go on the grass? Surely not. Oh, once lights go out. Yeah, because if it says on the start, where it says race plus 0 minutes, plus 5 minutes, plus 10 minutes, above the race, if that is sunny, that means it's a dry start. If there is rain on below the race, or yeah, it's a wet start. That'll be interesting. Rain almost instantly. That'll be very, very interesting. Ah, okay. It's going to be wet very soon into the race. I'm going to run on board with Cryptic for the first lap around China. DRS activated all the way. Don't know why it's not using 8-bit, but down into turn 1. I'm going to slowly bring the car around. Be patient, not to overcook or undercook the corner. And then you swoop long left again. I'm going to be slow on the throttle here as it's easy to spin. Going out to the end of sector 1, it is going to be a 24.0, so it's a hard braking zone down into turn 5. As it's quick on the throttle here. High downforce track this is, so drivers be running a lot of downforce here. So all the twisty corners and the acceleration as well. Want to have lots of grip on the car. As round the double right-hander. Now ending sector 2, and that is going to be a 51.743 for his first 2 sectors combined. Now I've got the tight, twisty, complex chicane. before entering the long back straight. Pretty sure this is the longest straight on the Formula 1 calendar. Just hopefully the Red Bull ahead doesn't get in the way. That is Zytix. He should be able to get a move on. Or actually he's just going to stand by. As he... Yeah, Critic's not using 8th gear. Does he know that Formula 1 cars have 8 gears? I'm a bit concerned here. Does he know that Formula 1 cars have 7 gears? You know, and he's shifting like really late as well. As Zytix now does indeed go past. As the next car to cross the line will be Poison Death. Poison Death across the line goes fastest in Crypto with a 131.8. That is not a bad lap actually from Poison Death. As Asteroid goes even faster with 131.4. That is a donking lap. How about we ride on board with Frozy? Frozy has got quite a lot of pace in that McLaren. And Kev the Slice as well. Frozy's teammate just coming around the penultimate corner. Hopefully he doesn't get in the way of the Williams, but he doesn't. But he's going to get just in that dirty air a bit. But DRS now for Kev the Slice is going to cross the line, and it's P4. Right at the back if you exclude Maxpert's time. But what can Kev's teammate now do? Frozy into the final corner. Complies with the track limits and across the line, and he goes faster with a 131.467. As Roy Joe across the line with 131.8, and that is Tony third fastest, as that is Asteroid getting out of the way of someone else. Yeah, Vegas, you got a point. But Baku, I wouldn't say is the longest. If you exclude that chicane bit. Anyways, who's far in that lap? He's invalidated it. What about Danger in the Ferrari? You're going through the little F section, sector 2. Hits the apex through the double left. Hard braking. Oh, come on, give me an off-board camera. Give me off-board camera. Give it to... Oh, this camera system hates me sometimes. Fine. Side camera view. As the Danger uses 8th gear. And because of that, he's able to etch out 6-7 more miles per hour than Cryptic. I don't know why Cryptic wasn't accelerating into 8th though. It's very, very odd. I've never seen that before. Never ever. As actually, we'll ride on board with Chocolate actually. I think he's gonna get a slipstream here from his teammate Tony. Both the Alfa Romeos lined up here. And nope, Tony is just getting out of the way. Oh, I could have seen a slipstream there. Would have been super, super helpful. As, who's this? I don't know who that was. Zytix, what are you doing? That's quite devious there from the Red Bull driver. Getting out of the way at the very last moment. As Chocolate across the line now goes to the top. 131.4. He didn't even need the slipstream. Maxpert though promotes himself to 4th. One on laps again. Kev the Slice on a lap. Let's ride on board with him. Hold on. I'm not currently looking at the screen right now. I'm just shutting some windows. There's a pigeon. There's a pigeon on the roof. And the pigeon's gone. But anyways, riding on board with Kev the Slice. Let's see, does he improve on his Sector 1 time? No, he doesn't. He's three attempts down on his Sector 1 time. Must have lost it somewhere. Or gone too deep. Had a little moment with the throttle. Not too entirely sure what's happened there, because I was just showing some windows, wasn't really looking. But going through the double left-hander. Just goes a bit wide there. But manages to stay off that high curb. And it's still 3 tenths down. He's kept the slice. Maybe there was a mistake here in the final sector. He's in 4th gear for it. It's quite shocking. As will he get a toe from Chocolate here? You know what? I think he is. Kev the Slice is getting a toe from Chocolate. Kev will take that any time of the day. But he's already 3 tenths down. That slipstream would probably boost him a 1/10.5 up maybe, as he's all over and he's... yeah, that's it. Kev the Slice has bottled his lap and into the pits he comes, and that slipstream totally worthless. But what of little the one? Is he the one to put it on provisional pole? He's the one to put it on P8. At 30 now, on the back straight, just trying to get that tiny slipstream from the Ferrari, who's pulled to the side so nicely and safely. And through to the last corner, hopefully doesn't invalidate it, but just goes a bit wide and does invalidate it on the last corner. He missed the apex, just went a bit wide, which caused 30 to bring his car just that bit wider. And he lost the rear a bit, had to recorrect, and off the track he went. Quite unfortunate, as Anand has also invalidated his lap time. But Asteroid, 30's teammate, currently on a lap. What can Asteroid do? Served a race ban last time around because of a intentional DNF. This is yellow flag in sector 3. That is the Alpine of, I presume, it was the one as Asteroid loses the rear around turn 7. I have not seen someone lose the rear there, especially on a qualifying run. He didn't hit the curb or anything. That was just on its own. Asteroid might be... Asteroid, lack of downforce, might actually struggle in the wet. And in race with that rear end in general. You have to keep an eye out for him. Poison Death on a lap, currently in P6. And just half a tenth up on his sector 1. That's not too bad of improvement. He's still got more than half a lap to go, as he's all over the exit curb and into the double left with the Williams of, I think that's Max, but just ahead has pulled up. Poison Death goes wide and invalidates his lap time. It's an Alpha Tauri on an outlap. Cryptic's also invalidated, as we see Little the One going into the pit lane, as Roy Joe puts his Ferrari in P4. Just missed that one. As Zytix coming across the line, where will he put his Red Bull? P9. What about Anand in his Mercedes? What can the X5 Reserve do among the rest of these drivers? Through turn 1. Quite smooth through there. Hitting the apexes quite well. His foot to the floor. Well, this isn't his first lap of the session. I'm pretty sure he's done 2 previous laps, but hasn't been able to keep that Mercedes within the white lines of this track. He runs a bit wide through turn 6 and into turn 7. Manages to hit the apex into the double left of 8 and 9. Doing well to hit the apexes here, and he's not on a shabby lap at all. Through the difficult chicane. Don't want to put too much power on that second corner of the chicane, specifically the right, or else the car will slip, as Anand is getting a slipstream from what I'm pretty sure is Zytix. Anand getting a lovely slipstream, but I think Anand's going to come into the pits here. He's not even using ERS at all. He's doing the Zytix in Silverstone. As Anand low on fuel now. No, he's not going to dip into the pits. I don't even know if Anna knows he's not even using ERS, because that's probably lost him more than a second and a half. This is a 1:34.6. As Frozy extends his time to 1:31.3, puts him on provisional pole. As Matt should be popping himself into the pits, but Tony, championship contender, currently in second. Luigi Sven here actually could win the championship at the end of this race if he manages to, as long as Chocolate doesn't outscore him by 11 points and he manages to outscore Tony by 10. As Tony does go 5th fastest, the Alfa Romeo is looking quite strong around the Chinese circuit. I'm going to turn it down a bit just in case. I tend to know I'm quite quiet in the streams. Where is it? Actually, I'll just do that. Hold on, there we go. Thanks, Chaz. Let's have a look. 26. Yeah, if Luigi does outscore Tony by 11 points, he can win. But if Chocolate outscores Luigi by 10, then Chocolate will be in the fight. So it's not only one Alfa Romeo he needs to deal with, it's both of them to win a championship here in China. One race early. Now Poison Death back on a lap. Let's see if he can put some redemption within this probably final run of his, as he's a 10th and a half up in Sector 1. That is a good Sector 1 for the Red Bull driver, as he gets all skittish over the exit. Pretty sure that's going to be that 10th and a half down the drain. But like I said before, when it was running previously, still got half a lap to go. It can all change, or it can all go away. Just like it did in this next corner here, where Poison Death ran wide and got track limits, but doesn't manage to do... I think he was in pulled out for some reason. Poison Death. As yeah, he's just on par with his time. It's Poison Death. Yeah, this is going to be Poison Death's last run here in qualifying. He's going to need to make this one count. DRS is activated for the Red Bull. Does he miss his braking zone? Does he fit it well? Yes, he does. Stops that car just in time to hit the apex, as around the final corner comes Poison Death. Will he be able to put his Red Bull amongst the rest? He doesn't improve. Stays 7th fastest. As Cryptic is also starting a lap. As we can see all the other drivers now making their way out the pit lane. As there's 1 minute 23 left. Someone's not gonna... Who's... Tony's... Yep, Tony's done. Tony is not gonna make it to the line here. He's only got a minute left of qualifying. But if... what if Tony's staying out... just going out here just to give his teammate a slipstream? I mean, it'll be a long... It'll be a slow journey to the back straight. But if that's possible, that will elevate Chocolate quite high up. As he is pushing his Chocolate. And Tony is also pushing a bit, but he knows he can't make it. As all the drives are going to pile up now at the back straight. Is that Frozy behind Chocolate? Yes, it's Frozy. The two front rows, the two people on the front row are going to need to get a move on it. Both of them might not even make it to the line. How long? I can't check how long's left. 26 seconds. Both of these drives are going to need to push here. I don't think Frozy will make it. Choco just might, but I don't think Frozy's going to make it. So still have that yellow flag in Sector 3. There's 10 seconds. Yeah, Frozy's not going to make it. But I don't think Chocolate might not either. As Wen's gonna... Is he going to make it? No, he's not. Chocolate and Frozy don't make it to the line. That is it for the both of them. As this is all now for Asteroid and Royjo. This is in their hands now to steal pole position away from these two, and Asteroid in the first sector is absolutely on it. As we that really does look like it wants to slide on the Haas car. As he's just behind the AlphaTauri of that is Luigi Sven. Luigi Sven in on the mix too. That's a car off there. As Royjo does improve, but it's not enough to improve his position. Asteroid getting a slipstream there. From Luigi Sven, as these two drivers who have good contention for front row or even pole, both these two, championship leader Luigi Sven, we can see him ahead coming across the final corner now. Where will Luigi Sven put his AlphaTauri? It is only P8 as Asteroid slams it out of the park with a 130.9. As many drivers do it to finish the one, pops it in P5. What can Zytix do in that Red Bull? Zytix up into P6 as it's only Cryptic and Kev left as Kev the Slice goes off as 30 puts it in second. It is an all Haas front row here in China. As Frozy and Chocolate are going to be disappointed in themselves for not being able to get to the line in time. Oh, okay, that's why. That is gonna be, oh. Yep, I know the point system. I know the point system. Alright. I'll just go through it. I'm gonna do some quick maths here. Okay, so let's just say Chocolate were to win this race, Luigi Sven would have to finish 5th or lower for it to continue to Brazil. If Luigi Sven won it, then hold on. If Luigi Sven won the race, then Tony would have to finish 4th or higher. No, 3rd or higher. Tony would have to finish on the podium. And if Tony were to win this race, no matter what, it will go to the final round of this race. There's a lot to look out for here. But as I said, Luigi Sven needs to outscore Tony by 11 points here for him to conclude the X4 Championship this evening. And if Chocolate, or if Tony fails to meet that threshold, but Chocolate outscores Luigi Sven by 10 points, he will bring the championship to the last round. But Luigi Sven will manage to have one hand on the trophy already, unless he has a disaster down in Sao Paulo. It is raining. It has just started to rain. All the drivers are probably going to be starting on slicks here. Well, could we see a mix actually of inters and slicks? This is going to be really interesting. It has just started to rain, as everyone is on the slick tires. 5 lights underway here in China, and it's lights out, and away we goes. Tony and Maxwell have jumped the start. I don't know I don't know what's happened there between Tony and Maxwell. He's retired. As I think we have a red flag, maybe. Do we have a red flag condition? As it is chaos here, and there's already a safety car. No, there's no red flag. This is normal. As there is a lap 1 safety car already for Surtee, who has crashed and retired as Tony leads from Maxburr, Asteroid, Chocolate and Frozy all the way down in 13th too. Frozy may have... Yeah, I think Frozy has. I don't think he has a front wing. Yeah, Frozy does not have a front wing on that McLaren. So Frozy and Surtees coming together on lap 1, resulting in Surtees' retirement. But the bad news is for Tony and Maxbert, those two drivers aren't going to be able to see as it's currently under safety car conditions. Watch Sighting to go into the pits. Oh, is he gonna line up? Oh, yeah, it is definitely into conditions now. But I don't think anyone started on no one started on the intermediate tires. This is reminiscence of Zandvoort 2023 here. Of it all came tipping down in the first lap. As Maxbert gets another penalty for drive, as Tony stays out. Tony stays out. I think, is he under AI? He might be under AI. Yeah, everyone's in. Everyone's going to box for the Inters here. There's everyone now on the intermediate tyre. I don't know what Tony's doing here. He might just be in AI mode, but that's going to plop him all the way back down the order. As Cersei now leaves the session. He's fine to do so as it's under green flag conditions. Or actually no, those rules apply to next season. There's a rule system with leaving the Grand Prix, leaving the race under green flag conditions is changing due to the unfairness it brings on console players. As being one myself, we probably lose about 5-6 seconds a race just because of people just leaving and lagging our games out, which is totally unfair on our behalf. As Tony's gonna need to box here. He's gonna be all the way at the back. I know, so he's staying out again. Are the new rules? I'm pretty sure that these don't apply now, but it's next season, season 7. Pretty sure you'll get penalised for leaving under green flag conditions, because for console people, for some console people, like Broly for example, really lags out their game and causes them to lose a lot of time. Pretty sure it was recently announced in the announcements channel. I'll have a look. Yeah, Rody did mention it at the beginning of this month, 2nd of May, in the announcement channel. But you're fine, so don't worry. It doesn't apply to this season yet. It won't apply to this race, so you're good. But Tony's staying out. He must be under AI mode, because he's not pitting. Because he's gonna serve that drive-through and still be on the slick tires. He is following that safety car line very nicely. Tony is definitely in AI mode right now. There's no. Oh no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he still is. safety car is now in at the end of this lap. So I presume you probably will be coming in for that, serving that drive-through penalty and getting rid of those soft tyres because it's currently in wet conditions. But this works out brilliantly for Luigi Sven as Tony's going to be all the way down at the back. I'm sure. Well, as it stands, the championship at the moment, Luigi Sven would, well, taking Tony and Maxbert out of the contest, the championship would carry on to Brazil. The safety car is now in the pit lane. Tony, is he going? He's trying to go, but has no grip on that car as he's now going to storm into the pit lane. Hopefully doesn't outbrake himself, which he does. As Maxbert now leads the race, which is currently under 2 drive-through penalties, as Asteroid already trying to make move, and so is Zytix up the inside. Those two coming real close to touching there. Zytix, just try... really aggressive on this restart is the Red Bull driver, but so Asteroid making gains and taking the lead as Zytix being as aggressive as he possibly can be. Chocolate also probably wants to get involved in this to overtake Maxbert. As Maxbert spins, Maxbert's round, and K-Mo and Chocolate make contact. And it's all slowing down here in the mid-pack. As Maxbert losing it under braking there. As Luigi Sven and kept the slice battling it out for P7. And Royjo getting ahead of Chocolate as Chocolate taking the outside line gets that position back. As Royjo's just too far back this time around to make a move. So runnable now, Kev the Slices. Oh, he's losing all of the exit. That's going to give Luigi Sven a good chance to make a move up the inside here. But Kev the Slice is going to be within the slipstream of the Alpine. So he's still going to have that straight line advantage. As is Luigi Sven going to send it? Of course he has to. He's made one move. He's going to make 2. I don't think he is. As little to 1 is going to... No, he does make the move. Luigi Sven up into P6. And Luigi Sven ahead of his teammate now. He's already in P5. The teammate knows he's in a championship fight here. And Maxbert now coming into the pits to serve his drive-through penalties. Or one of his drive-through penalties. Asteroid still remains in the lead of this Grand Prix ahead of Zytix and Chocolate in 3rd. And Luigi Sven making loads of gains ahead. As there's a car going wide there. That is Kev the Slice. Possibly outbraking himself, trying to make a move on possibly the one. On Little D. As Zytix behind Asteroid, managing to keep up here. As Asteroid's round, I didn't see it. I looked away for a second and Asteroid's round. What on earth's happened here? I looked away to check the Twitch chat and all of a sudden there's a hat in the and that is a safety car. Chaz with the curse there. Mentioning that Tony needs a safety car in order to have a chance of winning this championship, and Asteroid has gone straight into the back of Kev there. Oh my god. And he does get a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with Kev the Slice. It's gone straight into him like a kamikaze. as no one looks to be pitting, which no one really should. But that is now Zytek's in the lead. Yeah, he's just gone straight into you. He's just gone straight into you. I don't know why. He just didn't brake. He just didn't see you there till last second. This asteroid now in the pit lane needs to change that front wing. He's also serving that 5-second time penalty. As all the other drivers apart from the bottom three, as Tony's also destroyed his front wing. Must have had a spin of his own or something. Because I think that safety car was from Asteroid spinning round there. Because I did mention earlier when we were in qualifying about how Asteroid lost the rear there coming out of turn 7 and into turn 8, and that is quite unusual for that to happen in a qualifying run, so I made the assumption that he doesn't have much rear grip, and that lack of rear grip must have resulted in a spin for the race leader, which has now dropped him all the way down to 14th. Oh dear. Kev the Slice is going to make the biggest gamble in F1 history. What monster? We all know the classic Kev strategies. This is probably another one of them. If you don't know, season 5 Kev the Slice strategies were something else of a monstrosity, and I bet you this is going to be one of them. Don't go to slicks. Do not go to slicks. It is not slick ready. It is not slick ready. It is not slick ready. I mean, it's not slick ready, man. And Frozie's also doing it. Roycho, Frozie, and Kevin. Go on, do a Vettel. Do it. Oh, boo. Boo. What's going on here? As Royjo on the hard tyre. Frozie on another set of inters, but is Kev the Slice? Yeah, he's also boxing for our tyres. This is a huge gamble here for Royjo and Kev. Because it's still tipping down, both of these drivers. But Royjo I'm more surprised at, since he was one of the lead drivers in this race and now has boxed for a set of slicks. Both of these drivers are going to want to get their tyres extremely heated up here, and for the rain to just disperse as quickly as possible. Actually, Royjo, they're using ABS. One little tad movement of that rear lock, and he is doing more donuts than that I performed at Abu Dhabi. Or more donuts you'd find in a Krispy Kreme store. You won't be able to get that car straight in a straight line until the rain ends. Actually, the rain is stopping. The rain is stopping. You know, this might have been a genius choice from Royjo and Kev here. The safety car, as long as Kev the Slice stays just that far enough back, it will go round another lap. I bet you he's heard that and he's going to go on the brakes. He's in the stream. Is he going to do that? No. He's not going to do that, and the safety car is in at the end of this lap. Is that really what he wants? Not really. Should have listened to my advice. But extreme delay exists, so oh well. As the safety car now peels into the pit lane, and danger is now in the pits. As Chocolati moves ahead of Zytek and into the lead of the race goes the Alfa Romeo. all the drivers on Inters are going to zoom past the drivers on the hard tyres at the moment, as it is definitely not slick conditions as we speak. As the Ferrari are danger now into the pit lane. As these two are just creeping around at the moment. Chocolate still in the lead of this race. He's going to want Zytix to hold him, hold Luigi Sven up here. Chocolate, winner of the last race around the Circuit of the Americas, now going to the opposite side of the world, into Asia, into China. And there's a yellow flag in sector 1, and that was Danger actually spinning on his outlap on those hard tyres. As Kev and Royjo are going to want the track to dry up now. But mind you, it is not raining anymore. It is not raining at all now. As it's all going to be about strategy here at the front. Who's going to be the first to buy it? Between these drivers, as Zytix goes deep, that could invite Luigi's fend up the inside, which it doesn't. Is Shoko gonna pit? No, 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 no. Yes! Asteroid into the pits, and so is Maxbert. As Tony now sets the fastest lap of the race. As Royjo and Kev getting ahead of the two drivers pitting for Inters. What they're going to need now is for all the for Royjo and Kev, they're just going to need all the drivers out front to pit onto the hard tyres now. And to let the track dry up as soon as possible, which it still looks very overcast, and it doesn't look like it's drying up really anytime soon. Oh, it's a yellow flag, and Asteroid has spun in the exact same place Danger did last lap. As it still doesn't look like it's ready for slick conditions. The gamble for Royjo and Kepler's Life does not look like it's paying off here at the moment. As there's another yellow flag, that is Asteroid again. And again for Asteroid. The Shoko still leading. Does anyone want to take the call into the pits? No, it doesn't. Everyone's still staying out. As I don't think it was the right call to move on to the slick tyres just yet. As the two Ferraris, the Haas and the McLaren, all paying dividends from it, as Cryptic gets ahead of K-Moy in the AlphaTauri. Cryptic doing well so far, as Asteroid has retired. That's going to be a safety car. And that gamble has not paid off at all for those drivers. Kev is going to need to get ahead of the safety car here, and he's going to do so. Yeah, that gamble not working now, is it? Both Hasses, who started on the front row, are the first two drivers to be out of this race. Is Cryptic backing off here? Yeah, this is. I'd say too. This is the. What is Cryptic doing? Just trying to make someone do a lunge stroll as Zytix has gone deep, and there is a switchback in the pit lane as Luigi's Fen's overtaken here. But Zytix gets that move done back, and everything is all good there. As Asteroid has now left the session, and yet everyone now boxing for the slick tyres. Is there anyone who pits for... Oh, Tony on the mediums, actually. Interesting choice there. The Zytix did do a Vettel there, but Luigi's Fed did overtake him going into the pit, so it's all fair in the end. Safety car now has picked up the leader. Yeah, the biggest gamble of F1 history has not paid for Kev the Slice. That has not paid off for him whatsoever. Biggest gamble of F1 history has turned into the biggest bottle of F1 history. It is, I would say it's not wet. I would say it's not slick conditions yet. The track still looks too wet for slicks. As Royjo stayed out actually on those hard tyres and managed to put himself up to fourth, so it's not too bad of a loss for the Ferrari. Yeah, I know, it is not slick yet, I know. It's going to be one of those situations where it's going to take a long time to dry up. Because it's still completely cloudy across this track. It is still definitely into conditions. But what if we saw a driver on the back try and pop on a set of inters? What if we saw someone try that? What if? Could that be the biggest gamble of F1 history on Kev the Slice? Does he go for another set of inters? Oh, but the dry line is coming. Yeah, the dry line is coming. It is coming. You can see it. So it is ever so slightly getting drier every lap. Chocolate P1 because everyone else is slow, that's why. Yeah, K-Moy is gonna need to, but Tony on those freshest. Well, mind you, the slick compounds don't really have much difference here in the wet. It's more of just keeping your car, keeping the tyre temperatures up in these certain conditions and making sure you have the grip around these corners. And the safety car is in at the end of this lap. So we're gonna get racing for the 4th time here. This is the 3rd safety car. we're gonna have or commence with 16 more laps of racing once Chocolate crosses the line. Oh, I hate the onboard cameras here. Or the off-board cameras, sorry. Oh yeah, it is dry now. Yeah, it is dry. It is definitely dry now. As Chocolate goes foot to the floor, and Luigi Sven is quick to react on that case. As this battle for the lead here and for the championship between Chocolate and Luigi Sven is going to commence. As if Luigi Sven wins this race, or as it currently stands, Luigi Sven is going to come out of this. No, Luigi Sven is going to come out of this race champion of X4 if the standings finish like this. As Luigi Sven is going to try and line up a move here on Chocolate. He pulls out to the outside, Chocolate on the inside, and Luigi Sven is going to he's thinking of a switchback here on the Alfa Romeo, but it's not going to work. There's a position swapping all over the back here. But mind you, if Zytix... Oh, there's a spinner. That is Frozy in the back. Frozy at the back there, spinning round. Around turn 6. Now he's putting down all the way at the back. So we'll watch this battle between K-Moy and Tony. As if Tony takes himself one position higher, he will put himself back into that championship contention. As both drivers losing the rear coming out of that corner, but K-Moy has it worse. He's not only been passed by Tony, he's also been passed by the one, and that brings Tony back into championship contention. But is that going to be any longer? Because Luigi Sven is trying to make as many moves as possible here on Chocolate, but it's not going to work this time around. He's all over the back. Is he going to try and move up the inside? No, but that has compromised his line coming into the final corner. This may invite Zytix to possibly have a look up the inside with Slipstream, but it's not going to happen, as Luigi Sven's the one looking up the inside, but it's not going to happen for him either. As Luigi Sven brings his car alongside, but he's going to have to withstand having the outside line for turn 2, and this Zytix having a look up the inside. Can he make the move on Luigi Sven? No, he's not, as the order remains the same, as Zytix is going for a late move there on Luigi Sven, but Luigi Sven with the better exit remains in P3. This is lovely battling from the top 3. And Zytix again on the curb, almost losing it just like Frozy did earlier. These curbs are lethal in those two S-bends, or in that S-bend. As round the banked curve onto the back straight, Luigi Sven has deployed a lot of his battery. Chocolate still got loads to use, but Luigi Sven tucking into that slipstream. He's going to try and go for the inside line, but there's just not enough room there for Luigi Sven to make the move. As Tony gets past Cryptic. Tony optimizing those medium tires as best as he can, as Cryptic gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. And there's K-Moy there running out wide in the back as Poison Death sets the fastest lap. Tony bringing himself back into championship contention with these moves, as DRS is now enabled. Now we'll definitely or most probably see a move for the lead of this race when we go to the back straight, as Tony should be able to dispatch Royjo pretty quickly with the use of those medium tyres, and he's going to do that right about now. Tony on the inside, up to P4 he goes. Tony is on a blinder at the moment. Up to P4, next car in sight is Zytix. But will Tony be able to get within DRS here? This is crucial. He has to. But it doesn't. No. Oh, it's going to be so close. And yeah, I think Tony has just gotten DRS here, I think. Let's have a look. Will the DRS signal appear? And it does. Tony does have DRS. What's more important here is Luigi Sven on Chocolate. Luigi Sven, will he pull to the inside? Yes, he does. Those two make so close, come into contact there as the space is given for Luigi Sven to make the move. But Chocolate is going to have that better exit over the AlphaTauri as he remains in the lead. But for how much longer? Luigi Sven, again, another dose of DRS for the AlphaTauri. He's going to pull to the outside. He's almost on the grass as Luigi Sven takes the lead of this race for the first time. But Chocolate, oh, that was close for both spinning out. But Chocolate again trying to make as many moves as he can, but he might lose out to Zytix here. As he doesn't, these two giving it everything. As Chocolate going for the inside move, goes deep. But will he take that place? No, he won't. He's still just behind Luigi Sven as Chocolate up the inside again. He's absolutely relentless. And they're still going side by side, and Luigi Sven is not ceding this position up. But in the end, is run out of room as he is passed by Zytix as well. Luigi Sven now down to P3. This is super exciting racing from the front, people. This is great. This is what we love to see. Is Luigi Sven again ahead of Zytix, but Zytix is going to have that better slipstream from the car ahead, and he's going to pull out to the side. But Luigi Sven is going to pull out to the side of Chocolate. It's going to be 3 wide going into the hairpin. Who's going to be out in front? Chocolate squeezed in the middle, but in the end it is going to be Chocolate who remains out in front again, as Tony trying to get himself invited into P3. Will he do it round the outside? No, he doesn't. Just has to cede that position to Luigi Sven, and he's going to make the move up the inside. But we're also seeing another move up the inside for Zytix. Tony dispatches Luigi Sven, but his teammate is not going to be dispatched in the front, as Chocolate is fighting this for his life. As Luigi Sven again, does he make the move up the inside? No, he doesn't, as the two at the front are still fighting for this. Tony sees his opportunity here to make a move down the inside, and there he goes. It is now an Alfa, or it is not an Alfa Romeo 1-2 anymore. As Zytix has the grip and tyres and confidence to keep it round the outside and get that move done, as this is all one big DRS train going all the way down to P9. This is excellent. League racing at its finest here. I want more of this. And Royjo, what's happened there? Must have had a loss of traction as he's gone off line there. As Zytix makes a move, but Chocolate has the inside line, and Luigi Sven and Tony fighting it at the back. But Chocolate he's optimizing that outside line as much as he can, because he's able to get the throttle on early, then the driver up the inside, and is managing to make those moves where possible. But Zytix round the outside of turn 1, he's ahead of the corner at turn 1 and makes that move stick. But Chocolate gets on the curb again and does the exact same thing he does to Luigi Sven. But no driver spinning out there and just losing that grip, that cornering grip on the curb, causes his car just to go straight on just that bit and miscalculates his turning. As Luigi Sven again trying to make a move on Tony. Tony making Luigi Sven's life more difficult than it should be. Because as it stands now, Chocolate will be out of title contention, but Tony will still be in it. But if Chocolate wins this race and Luigi Sven is as it is now, all 3 drivers second, third and fourth will have a chance of winning the title on the final race. Risking a puncture on... Yeah, you got a point. You have got a point with that, with his tyres. He is risking that tyres not to go at the end of this stint, because the tyre wear is quite bad around this track. As Chocolate keeps ahead, or moves ahead of Zytix now, as the Luigi Sven is just dropping back a bit from the lead three, and Zytix again going for that move up the inside and taking the lead once more. Yeah, as Tony's going to need to run 17-ish laps on those medium tyres. As Luigi Sven is considering making a move up the inside, which he does. Locks the fronts there a bit. And Tony still managing to stay ahead there. As these four and the one pulling away from the rest of the pack now. 2.2 seconds. That mistake from Roy Joe cut the DRS train massively there. As Poison Death now pulled ahead of him. And those tyres on Roy Joe, he's also going to be risking a puncture. Those 12 lap hold hards, he's going to be much slower than the rest. As Chocolate now is going to have DRS on Zytix in the lead. As he's gaining not so much at the moment, but thanks to that drag reduction system, he's going to move out into the lead. It could we see Tony as well move out into the second place this race. He's up the inside. We know already, proved by Chocolate, going around the outside, you have much more throttle and much more speed and exit going through on the outside there, which he has proven again, as Zytix remains in P2, and he's going to try and get the move of Chocolate again. Those two coming so close to touching, and as we've seen many times before, Zytix putting it up the inside. Oh, Chocolate has turned the two alphas fighting it out here, but it is Chocolate who remains out in front. As the two alphas, oh, there's contact between the two alphas. Tony, or I think Tony locked up there, locked the rears, and went to tag into his teammate. As this has invited Luigi Sven to make a move on Tony, and he has done so. As Luigi Sven, oh, and Chocolate around. Luigi Sven tagging Chocolate, spinning him round. Oh, that is disastrous. Is that a crash in the front? No, it's not a crash in the front. They're just turning. As the one makes a move ahead of Tony. As Luigi Sven now down in 9th place from that incident with Chocolate. But this is beautiful for Tony, because he will be leading the championship into the final race. I don't see any wing damage on that Alpha there. There's no wing damage on the Alpha Tauri, nor should there be any on the Alfa Romeo either. Luigi Sven's just gone into Chocolate there. It's too aggressive from Luigi Sven to try and make that move. It's too aggressive. He would have had DRS and just trying to optimize on another overtake. That's bad racecraft there from Luigi Sven. But this is miracle work from Tony. Or an absolute miracle for him. Because he's now currently up in P2. His championship contenders down in 6th and 8th. Tony is pushing now. He's dropped the one out of DRS and now is within DRS detection of Zytix. as Luigi, Sven and Crypto fighting for that P7 slot. As while we will move away from that, the big point now here is Chocolate and K-Moy. Chocolate with DRS on Luigi, Sven's teammate. He's not going to get far enough ahead to make a move up the inside. As his next opportunity here is going to be into turn 1, where we've seen so many moves already. But yeah, he doesn't look too far, but K-Moy goes deep and goes wide. This could invite Chocolate to try and make a move. Is he going to pull to the right? Yes, he is. Up the inside he goes of K-Moy, and K-Moy running wide. But he's going to try, he tries a switchback, does K-Moy, but it's not enough. And Chocolate defends that inside line as Roy Joe sets the fastest lap of the race on those medium tyres. And Tony now in the lead. Tony will lead this race as the first in the championship, as it will go down to the final race between Tony and Luigi Sven as it stands. But if Luigi Sven were to finish on no points today, Chocolate will also be in that contention. As I'm going to double check to see if I'm right here, with Chocolate being 10 points, needing 10 points. Oh, I've gone past it. Driver's standings. Actually, no, I am so wrong. Well, actually, no, am I? No, hold on, guys, I'm wrong with Chocolate. Chocolate, sorry. He needs 5 points ahead of Luigi Sven. And is he doing that at the moment? Yes, he is. But Luigi Sven is ultimately going to get ahead of K-Moy here. And Chocolate is going to need to make another overtake here, and Luigi Sven to remain in that. No, if Luigi Sven's going to be able to overtake his teammate here, but Luigi Sven may get a penalty for that move. He tried on Chocolate down the inside, but being too aggressive didn't work. Chocolate, knowing his nature, will try and report that, definitely. Because if he does get reported penalised for that, he will drop down the order by 1 position. And if he's Luigi Sven's ahead of K-Moy, that will be massive in the championship, because that will ultimately mean that Chocolate's put himself back in contention. This is huge. This is H-U-G-E. Huge scenes, I tell you. Unbelievable. As K-Moy now, yeah, K-Moy's just dropping back and not far enough ahead to make that move. He's got a lot of straight line speed in that AlphaTauri, but it's just not going to be enough. Yep, I know if as it stays, Tony will lead the championship going into Brazil. And Chocolate will still be in contention, but Luigi Sven will have to score 0 points, and Chocolate will have to win pole position and fastest lap, get a Grand Slam. The gap from 5th to 4th isn't really changing that much. Has kept the slice actually right behind Cryptic here, as K-Moy will probably get out of the way unless we see something we saw in Singapore where K-Moy completely finessed his teammate over. But just like we saw before, K-Moy will probably let Luigi Sven through unless he's not having any of it. And Zytix now actually, as we can see on the timing board, He's getting close, but Luigi K-Moy is all over the shop, and that has allowed Luigi Sven to get through, and Zytix has made that move for the lead of the race, and Tony making the move back up the inside. Tires must be at the breaking point as what a switchback there from Zytix. That was smooth from the Red Bull. Chocolate needs to catch up to Poison Death here, and that does look like what's happening, because if Chocolate finishes ahead of Poison Death here, and Luigi Sven doesn't manage to overtake the Red Bull, then that will leave Chocolate on 15, Luigi Sven on 10. Hold on. Yes, I would leave Chocolate on 15, Luigi Sven on 10. Chocolate will be in championship contention for the final race. That is how it works. The gap is 2.3 seconds, and he's quite far off. I don't think Chocolate is going to make that move, in all honesty, as he is absolutely gapping ahead. It's going to be DRS now for Luigi Sven. He's not going to be close enough to make the move stick. Yeah, if I race in X4 championship, would already be done. X3 is clear. Yeah, I usually race in X2, but I'm not racing then because I got physics A level exam the next day, so I'm doing X3 instead. But I'm not so great at China, so you have your advantage. As Chocolate, he is closing that gap. 2 Poison Death ahead. Oh, you've got GCSE. So many people in this league of GCSEs. That's crazy. And I'm like the only one here with A levels. I feel old. I'm gonna be an adult. Scary. Oh, sorry, Tony's round. Tony's round. Tony's round from Zytix. Oh my god! That's... Tony's been spun round from Zytix's Chocolate. He's got a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. That will probably get removed in the end. There's... Oh! A literal overtake there from Chocolate. Luigi Sven backs out before the corner. As Roycho gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Yeah, I think Chocolate should get that penalty removed there from Tony, because Luigi Sven wasn't penalised and Tony was in the same state, just trying to get his car moving under traction from those medium tyres. So I would say that penalty should be removed for Chocolate. The Zytix though, does he have wing damage? No, it doesn't look like it, but he is dropping to 1, as maybe from penalties, the Alpine driver might be able to win this race. Who would have seen that? Yeah, Zytix has taken Tony out of the chicane in start of sector 3, where Max Burt's going for, I'll show you now, through here and then into this right-hander. Zytix tried to go up the inside, but there was no room and spun him round. As Luigi Sven and Chocolate trying to go for... Oh, there's more literal overtaking here as Chocolate gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. As that's put him down for 7th guaranteed now. That's going to be Chocolate out of championship contention. That's going to be him out of it. As Chocolate making the move up the inside. He's still going to try with every ounce of determination he has as they're going on top of each other here. We got some lovely action going on in China between these two. As we're now on the final lap of this race. As Luigi Sven can't make the move there as... Oh, it's all happening again. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Alpha Tauri getting it from front and behind, if you know, you know. Anyways, DRS is going to be activated for one last time down the back straight. It's going to be Luigi Sven. He's going to get it from Tony, then K-Moy in 7th. As little D to 1 is not going to be... not going to have enough time, but controversial collisions between the championship leaders and Zytix 2 as he's going to come around the final corner. Zytix in the Red Bull wins on track, but post-race penalties, could we see the one to finish in position number 1? Who knows? We'll see in a few days' time when the verdicts have been released. There's a yellow flag and Chocolate's been spun. Chocolate finishing down in 10th. Danger finishing in P13 and Anand is going to be the last one to cross the line down in P14. And yeah, I think it might have been an incident, but another incident between Luigi Sven and Choco there. Not entirely sure what happened since I was too busy watching the leaders coming across the line. That is going to be it. 4x for Zytix winning the race. Out of Little D1, Poison Death, Luigi Sven, Tony, K-Moy, Kev the Slice, Roy Joe, Cryptic, Frozy, Chocolate in 11th. Maxbert, Danger and Anand Gamer, but a collision there between Luigi Sven and Chocolate twice, I think. And that means that, as it is now, Chocolate is out of championship contention. And it's going to go down to the final race in Brazil between Luigi Sven and Hey Tony. But in terms of how the points is now, Luigi Sven already has one hand on the trophy. that is going to be it, as the championship is still alive at the end of this race, and we'll be here next week for Brazil, where we'll see Luigi Sven in the Alpha Tauri and Tony in the Alfa Romeo. The Battle of the Alphas in X4 next week in Brazil. We'll see you then.